That Metal Interview.
And we head to the country of Copenhagen, Denmark, Copenhagen, and we interview Olle of SLAEGT, a badass heavy metal band with some death metal vocals, if that makes any sense. And we speak to Olle of SLAEGT and talks to us about their new album, Goddess. Goddess is a badass album. You guys can pick it up now. You can stream it. It's out via Century Media Records. This is, to me, it's straightforward, awesome heavy metal with some carcass-sounding vocals, with a mix of coroner vocals mixed in with some badass, straightforward, chugging heavy metal with a touch of black metal at the same time. So this is what you get. SLAEGT. And SLAEGT is spelled S-L-A-E-G-T. SLAEGT. So you guys can find them on social media. And anyway, we are going to speak to Olle straight from Denmark. Here's our interview with Olle. Enjoy. How long did it take to record this new album, Goddess, coming out March 18th, Century Media Records?
The actual recording was 10 days. We were 10 days straight in a studio in Stockholm called Studio Cobra, together with a guy called Martin Cooney, who he did an amazing job. I'm very happy for his work on this record.
So who does the arrangements? Who does the songwriting, the riffs, the lyrics?
The lyrics are made by our singer Oscar. He wrote all the lyrics, but actually on this record, Anders, our guitar player, also put some of the lyrics down. Helped him on the song called Filthy from the Whip. He was also on that one. And then the songs are like the Fierce. Mostly it's Anders and Oscar who comes in with like structures for a song, and then we like work from that. That is mostly how we do it.
Okay, perfect. I saw the videos for Kiss from a Knife. I saw the video for Fealty, Thunder, Whip. Very cool videos, man. Who directed these videos, and where did you guys shoot these videos at?
This is the first time we've ever made music videos, so that was quite a new experience for us. None of us has ever tried to do it before. So we decided that we wanted to do it ourselves and like try to experiment with that. So the Fealty from the Whip was the first one we recorded, and we just did at the rehearsal space we had at the time, where we used one light just to, and did everything ourselves. We needed to change different cameras, like change who holded the camera if there was someone else playing and stuff like that. So it was only the four of us making it in that room, and then Anders, our guitarist, he cut it together how it turned out. And it has been very much a fun experience for us to start doing these things.
Awesome.
With the Kiss from a Knife, we tried to do something completely different than being in the rehearsal space. So we went out with a bunch of different cameras that we got, and then we recorded a lot of things because we wanted to try to make a chaotic video, because it's quite a chaotic song.
Yeah.
So we wanted to mirror that in the video. So we just wanted a lot of footage of a lot of things that we thought were interesting and cool. Some that we could cut together.
Yeah.
So we ran around and did that for a night, and then we also found some stock footage on the internet that we also thought was suitable to cut in. And then the video was mostly about the cutting, actually. Of course, we have also filmed some symbols and stuff like that happening there too. But it was very fun to do also with all these different formats from different cameras and stuff like that to use to just make the whole thing into a big mess, actually.
It's a cool. it's a cool mess.
Thank you very much.
It looked pretty cool to me. So
that was also exactly what I was supposed to do.
Right. So I'm gonna compare you guys to what I hear when I listen to your music, SLAEGT's music. I hear, as a metal fan, rock fan, I hear some coroner, I hear some carcass, I hear some badass heavy metal. That's just my opinion, of course. What do you guys listen to? What do you listen to get these ideas, man? What do you guys listen to?
We listen to a lot of different stuff. That is also why it happens in this way. All of us are like, it very depends on also the mood, But how you can see it is that of course we listen to a lot of different stuff. We listen to classic death metal like Carcass and Autopsy and stuff like that. But we also listen to, also want to have like Judas Priest,
Oh yeah.
And Thin Lizzy and all these things we also listen to, and I also listen to a lot of punk music.
Awesome.
And we also just listen to, it's very broad. I think all of us is very broad, open ears. Now we're also only talking about the metal rock kind of thing. There's also being listened to a lot of classical music, and I listen to a lot of jazz. The other ones hate it, but instead that kind of way it like interferes with what it is, and it's a very free band too. We really much just do what we want to.
Yeah, that's cool.
But it's very clear though it is metal music that we create, no doubt about that, So that is totally what we're up for.
That's very cool that you have different things to listen to. You listen to jazz, you listen to Judas Priest, a little bit of death metal, and that's pretty cool. That's why you get all these cool ideas, right? You got to be open-minded to different music.
Exactly. Because it is just, I'm very much a music fan too. And like I like to listen to whatever, Like if it's good music, like then I fucking love it, Sounds like a cliche, but it is how I see it,
Yeah, of course.
And it should make different things to you,
Exactly.
And even though I have like my favorite, like I have some go-tos, but I think it can be like a shame with this metal community sometimes when it gets too locked, And that can be kind of like, sometimes that happens that it's only about death metal. Yeah, but music is metal music is so much more,
Yeah.
Even though it's nice to also keep into like a vein and then explore that vein as much as possible, That is what we're doing with metal music,
Very good. Coming out very good with the band. The band sound is badass to me and metal fans for sure. SLAEGT. So take us back to the beginning. I hear your music and I also read, and you guys started out with a different style, genre, if you will. It sounds more like black metal, and which is badass too. And now it's more like metal, right? Like you said right now. So why the change, and take us to the beginning, and maybe you can talk how the band started.
And the band started as like Oscar's solo project actually, and it was very much a black metal band at the moment. And then we kind of like, and then he did everything himself and all that. And then it was like talks if he should do a show with this thing. And then all of us like, and then we like joined in to like be able to actually help him to play shows, because I loved SLAEGT. I just old SLAEGT too. I still do.
Oh yeah, they're both badass styles, yeah.
Totally. But then we'd like join in to help him to play shows, and it was fun to play those songs. But then it kind of like evolved into like a more real band after that, where we like tried to make new material, and then all of us started to like, and we evolved a lot as musicians, and it's also like Oscar like started this project 11 years ago.
Okay.
So this is a very long time ago actually. So we have like evolved a lot as musicians and has been so then like this style kind of like happened naturally because we are 4 different people, and instead of just being one,
Yeah, very cool. I see that you guys are hitting the road soon here with Demon Head in Europe. When does the band start to practice? When do you guys will begin that part?
Practice up to the tour?
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna start quite fast. We are like playing together regularly now. Now we're working on like, but we are not like, we're playing together almost like, regularly now. But when the like actual practice for the tour is gonna happen, that's gonna happen quite soon, I think. But where we like start to make a set and stuff like that. So around now, actually.
Very cool.
And then of course we have also done a lot of other work for the tour, like made merch and like prepared all these things. But the record is gonna come out right before,
Yeah.
kind of like touring record. So there's a lot of been about that too. But the actual practice is gonna happen like around a week or something like that. I think. Like the actual music practice.
Very cool. Is everybody from Denmark, or you guys in different countries?
No, we're all from Copenhagen, Denmark.
Are you excited for the tour?
Yeah, very much. I mean, we have almost not been out playing for a very long time. We're playing like small shows here and there, and then some sit-down shows. But now, like, this is looking like it's gonna be a real tour with like, there's also gonna be a festival, stuff like that. So then it's gonna be a little bit like, it feels amazing. I'm looking very much forward. This is the best thing I know,
Awesome. Very cool. I play guitar myself, and I would be excited if I was about to go on tour. I'd be jumping up and down, excited, right?
It's also fucking amazing. It's a funny way to live. We have been on tours before,
Yeah.
And I really enjoy living in that way. We go into this kind of like reptile mode.
Yeah.
A friend of mine described it in that way. A friend that I've been on tour with, and he was so right. You go into like this reptile mode, where everything is about the bass. Like everything is about that you need to play a good show in the evening. That is what everything is about, all the time of the day, And then everything else just becomes into like these basic needs, like food and sleep, and like I can sleep a little bit here and sleep a little bit there, and then I will play a bit of show and all these things,
Yeah.
But everything is just about that show every day, and I fucking love that.
Very cool. So how about the U.S.? When can we expect you guys in the U.S.?
I don't know. I would love to come as soon as possible. I think we just need an invite, then we're totally ready.
Awesome.
We just need to find like the perfect spot for doing it, and then I would love to come over there.
Give us your best gig and your worst gig so far.
We have played a fuckload of gigs, but there was like a very good one where we played in Amarillo, where it was a very long time since like everyone has been out playing, and it just felt so good to come out and play. And we also played new material, and it was an amazing stage and stuff like that. And we played very well together, all of us. And even though the audience was actually sitting down, then it was actually quite a funny feeling I had. It was very, very interesting. It's hard to pick the best one, there's thousands, It
has to be
not 1,000, but I think we've played 150 or something like that.
Nice.
There's many good. I think the worst one was at one of our friend's birthday that we like, and we actually played the whole Goddess record before we recorded it.
Really? Wow.
Just because it was only friends there, and he had this place and he wanted us to play, and it's one of the guys from Demonhead that we're going to tour with, two of those actually, that hosted a birthday together. So we played there just for friends, and then we just thought like, all right, it could be fun to just play the whole thing,
Wow, that's cool. The whole band knows the album. That's cool. Some bands record the album and they don't really know it, like to play live, That's cool. Yeah.
But we have kind of like played it so much together. The album is also recorded live. Like all of us are standing in the same room playing.
Oh, cool.
On the record.
Old school, yeah.
And then we have like dubbed things afterwards, put like extra guitars and stuff like that. But like the core of it is all of us playing together. That is like also very important for us. It makes it somehow like more honest in a way. I think that suits our music very well.
Yeah, for sure.
But on that show where we played the whole record, there was like it was maybe a little bit too much of a party, So we didn't because we were also at our friend's birthday party,
It's too much fun.
So there was a little bit too much, and a little bit too much of the wet thing, and just like party. So it wasn't played. It was not. It was just what it was,
That's cool. At least you had fun. So
yeah, at least we had fun.
So what's next for yourself and the band after this tour? What can us fans expect from the band after this
Then we're hopefully gonna play a lot more. The world is gonna open up now, you know. It looks like so, at least.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah.
And then people should enjoy the new album, and probably gonna come way more. At some point when everything is, the sun and moon is in the perfect connection.
Right. So, would you like to send a message to all the Slate fans listening to this podcast, and to all the metal fans out there? Any message you want to send to them?
I would say stay true to yourself, do your very best all the time, enjoy what we have together, and come see us when we hit your town sometime. Listen to Goddess every day.
Awesome. So we're looking forward to listening to Goddess March 18th. Don't forget, everybody listening, Century Media Records, Goddess by SLAEGT. Pick it up, stream it, download it. So thank you, Ole. Thank you for being part of the podcast and the show. I hope you see you on tour in the U.S. soon.
I would love to.
Good talking to you, Ole, and we'll keep in touch. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we will. Enjoy. Have a good day.
Support SLAEGT, Century Media Recordings, Century Media Records. We thank Ole for making time. We thank the label, Century Media, of course, and their PR connections. Thank you guys for having Ole be a part of our podcast in this episode of That Metal Interview podcast. And first of all, we want to thank you guys, our public, our friends, guys and girls, people that check out our podcast on whichever format you guys prefer to listen to podcasts on. We appreciate your preference and your choice. So also, if you're checking us out on YouTube, on your TV set or on your phone, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell for notifications of all our podcasts and other different videos that we might be uploading up there for you guys. Okay, so for all the fellow thrashers and headbangers and rockers, whatever you might call yourself, we appreciate that. Thank you on behalf of your friend James, all the way from the state of Texas in the city of Eagle Pass, Texas, in the U.S. So keep your eye out for more guests, more badass guests. So anyways, thank you guys for your time, and don't forget to keep it metal.